Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through the noise, pull out the key info, and basically give you the inside track on complex topics.
Exactly, helping you get truly informed fast.
So today we're diving into something that really set the fashion world buzzing. And honestly, it sparked a way bigger conversation about what's real in advertising.
Oh yeah, this one definitely made waves.
Okay, picture this. It's August 2025. You've got the new Vogue. You're flipping through, looking at all the usual stunning fashion spreads.
Glossy pages, high fashion.
Right. And then you land on a 2-page ad for Guess. Gorgeous model, summer clothes, looks completely real, like totally convincing.
Until you squint a little.
Exactly. You look down at the bottom, really small print, and it says something like, produced by Seraphinne Vallora on AI.
Boom. Just like that. An AI-generated model. Right there in Vogue.
The first time, really, that an AI model was front and center in a major campaign like this. And the reaction, well, it was pretty intense. Shock, disbelief.
Yeah, people were definitely taken aback.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. How did this even happen? Who is this Seraphinne Vallora? And maybe more importantly, what does it all mean? For fashion, sure, but also for beauty standards and even just how we see reality in ads now.
And that's exactly what you're going to unpack. We've got the source material that AI illusion gets added in Vogue stirs controversy PDF.
Right.
We'll look at the company, how they actually create these models, which is fascinating in itself, the reactions, both public and from inside the industry.
And the bigger picture, the implications.
Absolutely. We'll pull out the key nuggets so you can really get your head around this whole evolving scene.
Okay, let's kick off with the architects behind it all, Seraphinne Vallora.
This London-based agency, AI-driven marketing.
And the really interesting bit from the source, founded by 2 former architects.
Yeah, that detail stands out, doesn't it? You think architecture, you think buildings, structures.
But maybe they saw a different kind of structure to build, like digital visuals, but with that same architectural precision.
Could be. The material suggests they specialize in these really high-end editorial-level AI campaigns.
Not just any AI image, but something that fits seamlessly into like Vogue or Harper's Bazaar, that specific polished look.
And it's not just Guess, is it? Their client list is pretty impressive.
No, the sources mention Elle, Harper's Bazaar, even the Wall Street Journal.
Which tells you something, right? This isn't some niche experiment anymore. AI visuals are popping up in top-tier publications across different sectors.
It's becoming mainstream fast.
Really underscores how quickly the tech is being adopted at the highest levels.
So how do they actually do it? Creating a model like Vivienne. It's not just typing beautiful model and Guess outfit into a generator, is it?
No, definitely not. The process described is actually quite complex. It's a real blend of tech and human artistry.
It starts with humans, right? Creative directors setting the vision.
Exactly. The campaign concept, the aesthetic, the mood, that's all still human-led.
Okay, and then this part surprised me. They actually photograph real models.
Yes, that's a crucial step. Not necessarily for the final face, but for reference. To get the poses right, and especially how the clothes fit and drape.
Like a digital mannequin almost? To make the clothes look believable?
Sort of, yeah. It informs the AI. Then comes the heavy lifting, the AI generation. Hundreds of iterations, proprietary workflows.
Their secret sauce.
Pretty much. Refining and refining. But then it goes back to humans.
Okay.
A team of human artists comes in at the end to perfect everything. Tiny details, getting it up to that editorial standard. It's far from automated.
So it takes time and money.
Apparently, yes. Up to a month for a campaign, according to the source material.
Yeah.
And the cost. Low 6-figure sums.
Wow. So not a cheap shortcut.
Not at all. It's a serious investment by these brands. What they're buying is ultimate control, really. Absolute perfection, down to the pixel.
Which makes you think about the human role changing. More like refining and directing the AI.
That seems to be the direction, yeah. Less raw creation, more hyper-perfecting.
Okay, so let's focus on Vivienne herself, the model in the ad.
The face that launched 1,000 comments.
Right. 2 pages in Vogue, August 2025. Apparently, Guess co-founder Paul Marciano personally picked her from 10 AI options.
Interesting. And as we said, the AI disclosure was subtle.
Very subtle, fine print. And crucially, it was paid advertising, not Vogue's own editorial content.
An important distinction. But once people figured it out,
the reaction was swift. Shock, dismay, that it really blew up online.
Social media went into overdrive. Calls for boycotts started almost immediately. People telling others not to buy from brands using AI models instead of humans.
And the main complaint, according to the sources, was about transparency.
Yeah, that was the big one. Critics felt that tiny disclaimer just wasn't enough, that it was misleading.
People felt tricked, basically, looking at someone connecting maybe only to find out they weren't real.
There's that quote highlighted in the material from social media that really sums it up. How am I supposed to compare myself to someone who doesn't even exist?
Oof. Yeah, that cuts deep, doesn't it?
It really does. It hits that core issue of authenticity, relatability. If the ideal isn't even human anymore, what does that do to our own self-perception?
Pushes the goalposts into some weird non-human territory.
Exactly.
So understandably, the industry itself was divided on this.
Oh, for sure. Two clear camps emerged.
You had the pro-AI side talking up the benefits.
Right. Cost efficiency is a big one. No model fees, travel, location costs.
Fewer reshoots, maybe?
Potentially. And then there's the creative control argument. Tweak anything, generate endless options, complete command over the image.
But then the critics chimed in pretty loudly.
Saying it feels lazy, like a soulless shortcut that bypasses real creativity.
And the big one, it threatens real creative professionals. Models, photographers, stylists, makeup artists, their jobs.
A very real concern for people working in the industry.
Now, Seraphinne Vallora, the agency, they had a counter-argument.
They did. They argue that AI actually creates new jobs, roles at that intersection of tech and creative work. People needed to manage and refine the AI.
So not just destroying jobs, but shifting them.
That's their claim. Whether the scale matches up or if it feels like much comfort to a model losing work. That's another question.
Yeah.
The source doesn't really quantify that job creation versus displacement aspect yet.
Right, it's still playing out. But beyond the industry jobs debate, there's this whole other layer, the impact on beauty standards.
And this is where it gets really interesting and maybe a bit worrying.
The sources point out that these AI models have inherently flawless, idealized features.
Perfect symmetry, perfect proportions, skin with zero texture or imperfections. Digitally constructed perfection.
And when that becomes the norm in ads, in magazines, it just ramps up the pressure, right?
Yeah.
Creates even more unattainable standards.
Especially as the material notes, for young people who are already navigating so much comparison online, how do you compare yourself to something literally inhumanly perfect?
It also just blurs the lines. Is it an enhanced photo or a total fabrication? It takes photo manipulation to a completely new level.
It really does. It amplifies all the existing pressures around body image and beauty. It's not just an idealized human anymore, an idealized construct.
Like comparing yourself to a mathematical formula for beauty.
Pretty much. Which raises serious questions about mental health impacts, self-esteem, when the aspirational bar is set by something not even rooted in human reality.
So where is all this heading? What's the current state and what's next?
Well, the Vogue ad was clearly a watershed moment. AI models in print, in high fashion. That's new ground.
And Connie Nast, Vogue's publisher, is apparently partnering with AI tech firms.
Right. Suggesting this isn't just a fad. It's a strategic move for them.
And looking ahead, what trends are emerging?
The sources mentioned things like H&M exploring digital twins of human models.
A perfect digital copy you can use endlessly.
Seems like it. And AI-generated environments replacing location shoots. Cheaper, easier than flying crews around the world.
But the tech isn't perfect yet, is it? There are still limitations.
Definitely. The sources highlight a few key things. Technically, generating realistic, diverse body types is still challenging for the AI.
So it's easier to make the standard thin model.
Apparently so. Seraphinne and Vallora themselves admit that tech isn't really advanced enough for plus-size models yet.
Which risks reinforcing the same narrow beauty standards we already have.
Precisely. And there's also the audience response. Interestingly, the report found that engagement actually drops if the AI images are less conventional.
So people say they want diversity, but maybe still click more on the traditional ideal, even if it's AI.
It seems there might be a disconnect there, which leads to the final point. Business tensions. Commercial goals, what sells, what gets clicks, can conflict with the push for broader representation in AI.
If conventional AI sells better, brands might stick with that, even if the tech could do more diverse images.
It's a real tightrope walk, isn't it? Balancing the tech innovation with market demands and the growing call for inclusivity.
So, wrapping this deep dive up, what are the main takeaways?
Well, clearly, that Guess ad in Vogue was a landmark moment, a real signal of how fashion marketing is changing.
Yeah, AI isn't just coming, it's here, in a big way.
And the industry is definitely having a moment of reckoning, trying to figure out how to balance this powerful tech with, human creativity and ethics.
It seems clear AI is going to be a major tool, but also a source of ongoing debate and controversy.
Absolutely. It's fundamentally reshaping things.
So, the final thought to leave people with.
I guess it's this. As these AI models get better, more convincing, maybe even totally indistinguishable from real people, what level of transparency do we, as the audience, as consumers, actually need or demand?
Right. How much do we need to know about whether the image we're looking at is human or code?
And maybe even deeper.
Hmm.
In a world increasingly full of AI-generated images, how do we even define authenticity anymore? What value will we place on real versus perfectly fabricated, especially when it influences how we see ourselves and what we aspire to?
A lot to think about there. Definitely something to mull over.